Good morning, it's Sunday morning today and we're doing a spot of DIY in the new house. It's all about getting some curtains up here. You see these blinds in the bedroom? They're not bad, but they do let the light in the morning. And there's a second one by there. I've laundered these curtains that I had hanging up in my old front room. So I'm just going to use those to save a bit of money. Don't see why not, I think they'll be perfectly good. Might be a bit on the long side, but we'll see in a minute. Extension cord at the ready. I could do with a few more plug sockets in this house really. I might get that sorted out at some point. I've gone for this sort of a rail from Wilko's. It's exactly 2 metres, and that's quite good because one window is 99 centimetres and the other one is 101. So as long as we cut it in exactly the right place, it should be okay. I did tell you it. Told you it the other day when we went shopping.
Yeah, in passing, I was about to cut it in half.
No, don't cut it in half. Apparently nobody works in centimetres. What shall we call it then?
Millimetres at this scale.
Millimetres at this scale.
Centimetres don't exist as a measure of anything.
Yes, they do.
Millimetres for small scale, metres for large.
Okay. Okay, we're at this stage.
Sounds exactly a technical DIY project, really, is it?
I think it is for me. I'm rubbish at this kind of thing. IB is so mathematical compared to me. He's counting the curtain hooks and everything. I just grab a load and use as many as it takes.
Yeah,
I have a lot of curtain hooks upstairs. He doesn't know this yet.
There's no logic to that.
There is. Use them until I've got enough. What would you do? Meet my new toy. Look at this. Woohoo! I'm very excited about that. It's a Hoover cordless. I've been wanting one of these for absolutely ages, but I told myself I was going to wait till I moved house so I didn't have to move it. Though actually that said I could have done with it. Oops. I could have done with it for cleaning up for the move, but never mind. We have a shortage of stop ends. But I mean, I don't care, just sellotape a bit of anything to it really, I don't care. I have been known to sellotape an eraser to the end of a curtain rail just to stop the thing flying off in the past, and nobody could tell it was tucked under the curtain. I'm going to stick some curtain hooks on curtains. I've been given very strict instructions to use exactly the same number of curtain hooks and spacings on the curtains. This is a revelation to me. I just normally do it until it works. I suppose he wants me to count all these up and divide it evenly. Oh, I don't think I'm going to bother with that. Right, I've made a start. Look, I've got one there in the middle. I'm going to put 11 on each, right? So I've put that in the middle. I just literally folded it over to work out where the middle was. And I'm going to fill it out now, you know. I'm being the pole holder-upper.
Yours is a bit high.
The markings.
Yeah, it's a bit low for this one.
Well, we've got holes. We discovered, plaster board. Of course, didn't even think about it being plasterboard. That was a bit daft, wasn't it? But anyway, we've got holes now. He's having a rummage to see if he can find more appropriate roll plugs. You know, those ones with the sticky out bits on the side to stop them falling straight out if it's plasterboard. I shall get back to my curtain hooking then. These have got the wrong sort on, look, because they were on rings before. These, but we want different ones now. I have ended up counting the spaces. It was just so easy to do it that I thought I might as well. We've got a gig later in Swansea with IB and another chap. Later on we're getting joined by a singer as well. So the first bit's going to be just some tunes while people walk in. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to do some Kaylee for about an hour. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're being joined by a singer. And we're going to jam along with his songs for a bit. And Izzy's going to Dad's. We're dropping her there on the way. 1, 2, 3. These are going to look great when they're up. I've been waking up in the morning and having to make myself blindfold out of this pyjama top, which I haven't been wearing as pyjamas It's been too hot for t-shirty pyjamas. I've just been in a vest. So I've been sleeping like that, and I've just been wedging it behind my head and leaning back on it. And that's what I've been doing since I've been here. So I'm really looking forward to some dark curtains. When you're at this sort of point... Oh, you can't see me. Hang on a minute. That's better. When you've just moved house and you've got this level of chaos and stuff to unpack still, it's really overwhelming and crazy, and it's hard to know where to start to do things. But when you do just do one small thing, it makes a big difference. So this will make a big difference. You can't find any appropriate raw plugs.
Do you have a hammer?
I do have a hammer. Would you like me to get it for you? He's banging it in with a screwdriver at the moment.
Take that back, and if you can find the other, see if it's got it.
Where this hammer is, I do not know. But I suspect it's under the stairs, because that's where I would think that I would have put it, but I don't actually remember. Yes, it was just in that bag of tools there. Here it is, love.
You didn't get the other screwdriver, I take it.
I didn't really understand what he was saying. He wanted the other screwdriver with the long handle. I think it wasn't the handle bit that was crucial. I think it was the other end. I've selected this for your perusal.
No, not good.
No, why? Isn't it just a Phillips you want?
Yeah, we won't get in this hole.
Nope, needed a long one. That's too stubby. I know where there is one though. Ah, it's not there. It was in the Home Ed Resources tray. Oh, this is what happens when you move house. You just don't know where anything is. So it's in here. Nah. Oh, I don't know then. Oh, I know where it is. I know where it is. It's in Izzy's room. It's too late now. He doesn't need it anymore. Ooh, 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 look. They're flapping about in the wind a bit. I suppose light might come in here. Oh, I think of something. I'll tuck it in the radiator or something.
Spread it out a bit so there's a bit of
Yeah, look at that.
healthy overlap on the edge.
I am so glad I brought these curtains from the old place. I nearly didn't, because I thought, oh no, they're only to fit a certain window, but there they are in all their lovely blue velvety glory. Just one more to do now. I'm doing all the bunching up bit now, you know, when you pull the strings. I've forgotten about that with curtains. It's been so long since I've done any. These are so thick because they were for a bit much wider window, you see, originally. And so they're going to be bunched up. And when they're drawn... There we are. Beautiful. That'll make all the difference. It has been worrying me a bit when I've been prancing around in here, you know, after a bath. Whether people could see through those little slatty things when it was dark outside and I had the lights on inside. I just wasn't sure because there was just like a fractional gap between the slats. I couldn't get them to shut properly. But now I can just draw my curtains and prance away. Ah, oh, my lovely curtains. To kind of block the light up because there's so much material. Yeah, these are kind of stiff because they were different curtain hooks from different curtain rails, but they work, it's okay. Yesterday I spent absolutely ages filling this up with stuff out of bags. Ironically, I've now ended up with, in my bedroom, Izzy's subject folders for her schoolwork and a bit of a science section. The Welsh section is mine and the Portuguese section is mine. It's not quite what I had in mind for my relaxing bedroom, but until we've got some more shelving in the house, they're just going to have to go here, I think.
Yes, here's Imogen demonstrating her lovely flute technique with paper straw.
It's not paper, it's bamboo.
Oh, all right.
It's
then.
like a panpipe of a drink.
Oh, there we are then.
This is from Jamesy Boy Experiment Channel. This
is
they
it?
sent them to us from the Philippines.
Oh, how nice.
They have very resonant qualities.
Complete nutter. Isn't anyone...
The bats will be coming now. Aren't you lucky you're going out with the flautist, darling?
Yeah, I think that every day. What a huge talent. I don't know how the rest of society manages without the ability to blow a tune on a bamboo straw.
We're off out in about 40 minutes. So I'm going to give the kitchen a quick clean up and knock up a couple of sandwiches. We are actually being fed at our gig. After the Kaylee bit, then there's a meal, so that'll be nice. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna make a sandwich just to keep us going until then. We're all ready to go. Sandwich is made, washing up done. Izzy's grabbing a quick bit of Ribena, aren't you?
Yeah.
For the car.
I accidentally put a bit of hot water in there.
Oh no.
Because I put the cold tap on, but it was warm.
It's quite a warm day as well today, isn't it?
Yeah. So I'm gonna add loads of ice to it.
Okay. We've dropped Izzy off, and this cheese, corn and rocket sandwich is going down a treat. I did my cunning mummy trick of freezing some Capri Suns and using them as ice blocks to keep all the sandwiches really cold. And then later on, there'll be lovely ice cold drinks for us. We're on our way to Swansea now, to this gig. It's a private party, so I don't know how much of it I'll be able to film. Just as we're coming towards Port Talbot, I can see a rather dramatic and interesting sky.
The Olympic torch of Port Talbot.
Yeah, there's a continual flame burning there. IB was just lamenting the fact that that energy's not being harnessed at all. It's just going out into the atmosphere. We're just coming into Swansea now. We think those might be university buildings, like campus.
Yeah, halls.
Swansea sign. I can see the sea. Oh, there's a slug and lettuce. I think we might have played in there before. Oh, look at that ruin there.
Right, it's apparently on this street. We need to find a place to park.
Look at the seagull. That's funny, that is. So we're just parking up by here, which we think is free on a Sunday, and that there is the Hist. And we're going to go in there. Loving the statue. That's a funny little building, isn't it? Very interesting. I love that street art there.
Yeah,
We're
no,
here.
next to it, either side
Look at
of
that skateboard. Woohoo! That's so cool. So I'm here at the gig, sitting on stage quietly by myself. We're going to start in a minute. I'm actually next to a giant sherbet fountain. That's what that is. I've never done a gig next to a giant sherbet fountain before. And up there, you can behold a giant Rubik's Cube right above the front door. And there's our stage. Well, we've played for about an hour and a half without a break, really, with very little gaps, so feeling a bit ready for a break now. And we've just come for a little walk up the high street. They've done some speeches, and they're having a nosh now, and we're going to have a nosh too, but the queue was massive, so having a little walk first. We've just passed Swansea rail station there. Right, here we have something that IB wanted me to film, so you're going to have to tell me about it then.
Well, it's a giant auger, or at least that's the flight of an auger unit.
So what does that do, make a big hole?
Drills a big hole, yeah.
Some weird pedestrian filtering system thingy happening. We saw some amazing street art as we were walking along that very short patch there. I'll try and get it for you now. There's a better shot, look.
The helix extracting the earth through rotary reaction, as you well know.
Oh.
Well, as you know, it's obvious. Look at the depth of it though. That's about what, 50 odd feet? More than 50 feet. What?
Somebody was saying earlier that we should work in millimetres.
Well, that's a fair point. Yeah. Okay, I take it back.
Same vlog.
Well, alright, then put that in.
Too late, mate, too late. Ah, and your shadow's in the vlog. Shadow's in the vlog.
You can get me on that.
My shady boyfriend. That building. That's emerald green windows for some reason. Oh, I think he meant the art. Look at that for a piece of art then. There's a fish and an elephant there. Uh-oh, vlog lag. IB's gone off. I'm looking forward to this food. I hope there's some left when we get back. It's quite a while since we had that sandwich. I think about 3.5 hours ago, something like that. I've been a disgrace to the band again, look, with my pink sandals and socks. After we've had our nosh, we are going to do a Kaylee, just a short one for an hour. And then we're going to be accompanying a singer-guitarist as well for maybe an hour and a half, something like that. Quite a long one today. Not a bad plate of food at all. This is, I've started on this tomatoey chickpea stuff, and it's kind of a salsa, fresh cut up parsley, I think, or coriander, I'm not sure, but it's absolutely delicious. That was delicious, and we're just waiting for the Coley to start now. I think people are still eating. Over there, I'm just showing you on the Zoom, there's a giant cassette. And here, it's really there. Look, giant sherbet fountain. We're all done and we're off at only 9:20. Mind you, we did start at 4. It's the station. We passed that earlier on the walk. I couldn't get a very good shot for some reason. Well, it's only about 10:10 at night and I'm back home already, and it's weird because Izzy is staying with my dad tonight, so this is the first night I've spent the whole night on my own in this house since moving in. It was a very eventful night tonight, but not a very vloggy night, it being a private party and all. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!